Our financial performance has changed in such a way that in September of this year, our company, Go Bring, received the largest amount of marginal income of all time in our history. Good day. My name is Irina Shumovetskaya. I represent the company Go Bring. We are located in Warsaw, Poland, and we provide our customers with a full range of transport services. At the time of my acquaintance with ATM management, the following picture existed. I was drowning in operational activities, but through ATM management, I found I had problems that I could not even suspect existed. I had been simply drowning and not observing. The most important moment that we had at that moment, and this is, in fact, the most painful point from which I came, was a crazy cash gap. Our turnover had been increasing, the number of employees was constantly growing, the quality of service was suffering greatly. We were going crazy because we had a persistent cash gap, and most importantly, at the same time, I did not have time to be torn between all these problems so that I could figure out where to run first. Thanks to ATM Management, First Financial Planning, and their coaching program, we came to understand that we have 10 things that we must do. We must calculate the break-even point of the company. We must clearly understand the structure of the company. We must know who is responsible for what duties. We must have a clear marketing strategy. We must have a plan for the next week, the next month, the next 6 months, and the next year as a whole. Our financial performance has changed in such a way that in September of this year, our company, Go Bring, received the largest amount of marginal income of all time in our history. One of the most important points for the entrepreneur and for the head of the company is to receive dividends. We are not engaged in charitable activities, and each of us has the goal of earning money. And with the help of the financial planning course, we clearly understood that there are dividends, that they can be paid every month, and you can understand how much money you can count on receiving in dividends, and how one can influence the amount. After implementing the course tools, I feel like a leader, not like an operations manager who loads cars, yelling with drivers, negotiates with clients, buys paper. We run out of coffee, we start handling it. We cope with all possible and impossible problems. Today we have responsible people who each solve their own problem in their own place, and I feel confident because all of the work in the company is systematized. Coaching gave us structuring. We clearly separated the functions of the company. We have a financial council, which is responsible for the company's activities. We have teams that have their own executives, and each department is responsible for its own activities, for marketing, for promotion, for financial success, for collecting receivables. At each stage, it is not something isolated. It is a clear structure of the company, and we coordinate the work together. If I had encountered ATM management 3 years ago and started the course earlier, I am sure that we would not have had so many bumps in our road. I am sure that our movement would have been clearer, and we would have achieved all these successes that we have today. The most important point that entrepreneurs have is, should I invest in coaching or not? They want to understand whether it is worth the money. This is a normal question. I'll tell you from my own experience. This money mattered to me, but what I received in 9 months, I could theoretically get from the internet and spend 5 years on it with questionable results. You probably think there is no way in your current activity you can devote 4, 5, 6 hours a week to do only this. But let me tell you, the insistence that ATM management gives, the control of a coach who specifically looks at your figures, gives you specific, clear instructions, and helps to implement these tools in your company makes it all possible. I really recommend it wholeheartedly. And thanks, guys. You are indeed a very high-level training company. Learn more about ATM Group services